Hey everybody, this is me talking about my thoughts on classic vanilla legacy server stuff for World of Warcraft because I don't know, there might be one person out there who actually wants to know what I think. Maybe even two. And isn't YouTube for giving opinions to people who don't even care about your opinions? Whatever. So okay, here's my opinion on classic vanilla stuff, okay? Uh, as far as experience goes, I started playing WoW at the end of vanilla or classic, whatever you want to call it. I did not play WoW at launch, but I did play WoW before Burning Crusade came out. I don't remember exactly when. My memory's always been bad. My condition gives me memory issues and whatnot. But I did play WoW before Burning Crusade. And I played a shit ton of Burning Crusade and Wrath. So I guess I'm as qualified as, any other random schmuck. Okay, here are my thoughts. I don't give a flying fuck about vanilla. I, can't be really more clear than that. I'm not mad that Blizzard is decided to create a classic experience. Some people actually seem upset. I know a lot of streamers are upset, even though they pretend they're not. But I think that's really because those streamers are, broadcasters professionally for a living. And since at the end of the day, it is what it is, and they just want money, or, okay, not just, but they care about money a lot. They're worried about segmenting their player base, and they're worried that they might have to play classic and they don't want to in order to retain viewers. So I think that's why a lot of them are actually salty at the whole vanilla thing. I personally just don't care. On one hand, there's the concern that maybe some resources are taken away from live, or retail as we're calling it. But on the other hand, I think it'll bring a lot of people back into the game, which just means more money for Blizzard, which means more money for WoW as a whole. So I just don't care. Either it's just whatever. And I'm gonna stream 100% retail. And if people don't want to watch retail, there's going to be a lot of other people streaming classic. They can go there. I don't care. I would be shocked if they try to make a separate fee for Classic. I'm pretty sure it's going to be one fee. You get to play WoW. There might be a separate client depending on how they can set it up. So you would have to download a separate client, but you log in with the same account, and either your WoW account's active or it isn't. So it's pretty basic. There's no way they would split it because the whole idea, the whole point to this, really, I think, is they want people who want to play Classic. I think they expect a lot of them to come back for Classic, play it for a while, and realize that this kind of blows chunks, and then check out, retail because they've already paid up for the month. And I also think that they're doing this because some people from retail might play Classic and stay subbed for Classic. And at the end of the day, I don't think Blizzard cares which game you're subbing for as long as they get your money. So they're not going to care. Was this a flying bug thing? Oh my goodness. Fucking bugs. Fuck off, bugs. Also, there's a lot of toxicity. I mean, there's toxicity everywhere. People are assholes, and companies are terrified of bad press or pissing off assholes. So, I mean, I think the internet was always full of a lot of assholes, but back in the day, gaming was more for nerds. And while there were still assholes, it was more about elitism. So it was just about, oh, your DPS sucks. You suck at the game. You'll get good, noob. That kind of oh, you only play 2 hours, 4 hours a day. You suck, casual. So because that was all that mattered. It was elitism. Oh, it was basically like basement dwellers competing to be the most basement dwelly. Whereas since games have become so much more mainstream, um, the less intellectual, less internet savvy douchebags have also kind of joined in, and they bring a different level of toxicity. One where they just hate on people for politics and hating on women and whatever. So like people hating on casuals and elitism was like I miss those days. So yeah, I think saying that there was never any like toxicity on online MMOs and stuff is bullshit. I know because I was there. I was playing MMOs back when they were text games. There were always assholes, but it was more about the cool kids versus the non-cool kids, and like the pros versus the noobs and the hardcores versus the casuals, much more than like stuff about like real world bullshit. So at least I preferred that. But so right now, a lot of the toxicity in general in WoW is about how much WoW blows and Blizzard sucks. Trade chat, all these people that play their monthly sub just to spam chat and troll and harass people because they can't move on. They don't want to play another MMO because guess what? Nothing comes close to WoW, even though they don't want to admit it. But they don't want to play current WoW because they're obsessed with Classic. So I think by giving them vanilla, all these people who think that if they were able to play, this more basic version of WoW, that they would be happy and everything would be perfect. They'll go play it, and then they'll stoofu, so we can enjoy current WoW. And then if they decide that maybe this kind of sucks, hopefully, maybe they'll learn a lesson, come back and actually play current WoW, or they'll stay. Maybe they'll stay in classic WoW, be happy. That's fine too, or they'll just quit WoW entirely after they realize that they don't know what they're doing. It doesn't matter. The whole idea is just get them out of the community, remove them from the environment, and if we could like clean them, like reform them by giving them what they want and showing them that it's not what they want or it is what they want, and now they're happy. Either way, maybe they won't be toxic anymore. Probably not. Maybe. So it's kind of a win-win situation overall for Blizzard. Either you stick with Classic, or you try Classic, you go back to regular. Some people might play both, like they'll play retail, then they might play Classic when they're bored. So I don't see a reason why it would be a bad thing, and none of this would work if it was a separate fee. So of course there has to be one monthly fee. You get both clients, and GG. And there are some people that think it should be free, like just Classic WoW for free. I think that some people are just mentally ill and just sick in the fucking head. Like, Blizzard's not a charity, and WoW is not some sort of religion. You want to play a video game, you have to pay. You are insane if you think that you should play for free. Like, just because you were playing on an illegal pirate server that might have been free, you think Blizzard should make their own free server? Or like, I don't even know where this idea is coming from, but those people are nuts. But yeah, so but no, there won't be a separate fee. I'd be shocked if there was a separate fee. I'm sure it'll be one fee. But as for why I'm not interested in Classic, the last time I quit WoW, I mean I've quit and come back so many times, but the last time I quit WoW, I quit because I just hated progression rating, and without progression rating, there was no point in playing. I hate progression rating for a variety of reasons. I can make a whole separate video for that, so I don't want to go into it, I suppose. But I just don't like progression rating. And it's not even like what it has become. I just don't think progression rating is really for me. That's fine, but the thing is, without progression rating, what is the point of World of Warcraft? I don't do arenas. I always hated arenas. So what? Just mount runs, transmog, like what do you do? Like if there's no way to gain power, if there's no way to challenge myself and to show people I'm good, then I have no interest in playing this game. So without progression rating, there was no point, and then I just quit. But I came back specifically because of the M+ Keystone dungeon system. and there ain't no Keystone dungeon system in Classic. The Keystone system gives me the challenge and the feeling of progression through upgrades without any of the drawbacks that I hated about progression rating. So I came back to WoW. I'm playing a tank, something I couldn't do in progression rating, but I can do in dungeons. And so far, I'm enjoying it. And I don't know what the future holds. If becoming a professional dungeon master doesn't work out, then I don't know if I'm gonna, we'll see, if I'm gonna stick around in WoW. But it's completely the Mythic Plus system that has pulled me back in, because it promises challenging content, entertainment, variety, grinding, which I enjoy, as long as it's grinding that directly rewards me with loot, not grinding to randomness, and it gives me a path to upgrading my power so I can be over 9,000. I don't want to hit a wall that I can't surpass unless I do mythic rating. But that's not the only reason. I am one of those people that Blizzard, I guess, has made the game more streamlined for. Like, I loved all of the crap. What was the word that they used? The pruning. I fucking loved pruning. I loved it. Yes. Keep in mind, I played Neverwinter, the MMO, for a while, and I really enjoyed Neverwinter. The only reason I quit is because it's horribly pay to win, and I still feel bad about that, because I still miss that game. I think, and if they ever made it not pay to win, I'd check it out again. And the thing about Neverwinter is it's a very twitchy, action-oriented kind of MMO that is all about movement and tactics, and it has a lot less buttons. So it has a lot less abilities, and cooldowns aren't as big of a deal, and it's all about like skill shots and LOS and attack, retreat, manual block, manual dodge. I like that. I just don't want to deal with 30 different buttons. So I love the pruning. I like the group finder. Yes, I said it. I like the group finder. I love the group finder. I hate LFR. Like, I think group finder was a good idea, and they just took it one step too far. I think LFR was too much. I would remove LFR if I could, but I like the group finder. I hate flying mounts. I do. I hate flying mounts because it makes the world feel small. It makes adventure and exploration not really a thing. And most importantly, it kind of kills world PvP. But Blizzard understands that flying mounts was a shit idea. They've said that they wish they never implemented it, but you can't take that back. So what they do is every new expansion you can't fly until the second half, if not the end of the expansion, and you got to earn it by doing a bunch of shit. So I think that's a decent compromise, at least, because short of taking it out completely. And I mean that's it's the best you could. I would still want it removed. I would gladly have flying removed from the game, but it's not like it's not ruining the game completely for me. It's not like, oh my god, my game is ruined. And I'm really happy with that they've at least tried to address, ever since WoD, they've tried to address this flying issue, and they've done something, to combat it. So at least for at least half the, every expansion, there ain't going to be no flying, and that counts for something. I also I hate arenas, because it kind of killed world PvP. But arenas have been around forever, and there are people that want freaking arenas in Classic. And the reason I don't like arenas is because it kills world PvP, and world PvP is the only PvP I like. But all the quality of life changes, the auto loot, the interface options, enhanced graphics, the weather, the view distance, the new character models, I love it all. I love the group finder. I love the keystone system. I love the ability prunes. I love playing a Death Knight. There's no Death Knights in vanilla. I mean a Death Knight. I love Death. I wanted to play a Death Knight ever since I played Warcraft 3. When I was playing WoW back in the day as a wee lad, The first I mean, I had other characters, but the first character I ever got to 60 was a Forsaken warrior, and I just role played that I was a Death Knight because there were no Death Knights. So I figured the closest thing to a Death Knight was a warrior, and then you play an undead, like an undead warrior is like a Death Knight. I don't know. It's kind of funny because now I think Forsaken Death Knights are a stupid idea because of the way they implemented it. So I think like Forsaken Death Knights are like anti-RP, but whatever. At the time, that was the idea. So there's no Death Knights. I cannot think of anything aside from arenas and flying mounts and LFR that I would dislike so much that I want to go backwards to a previous time in the game. And as much as I dislike arenas, it might be, vanilla anyway. Arenas have always been around, and I don't really care about PvP that much anyway. We have a decent compromise with the flying mounts, and it doesn't annoy me that much. And LFR is like a big joke, but everyone knows it's a joke, and that makes it better. Plus, as a tank, I can do LFR for satchels, and I love satchels. As a tank, I get that satchel bonus. I got a great add-on that lets me know when there's a satchel. Like, I never do LFR unless there's a satchel. And so I do, I just do the one run. I don't, do it over again. Like, you can actually rerun wings you've already run. You don't get a chance at boss loot, but you can get another satchel. I'm not doing that. But for that one run, you get the satchel plus the boss drops. It's actually really worth. And, it's just completely mindless. Just have Twitch open in another window. It's stupid and it's a joke, but everyone who does it knows that it's a joke. Nobody can pretend that it requires skill. And as long as you know it's a joke, I don't really care. I think Legion has been the best expansion since Wrath. And really the only thing that they did that I don't like in Legion was they went a little too crazy with the Titan forging. And they said that they're going to tone it down in the next expansion. They're not going to remove it completely, but they're going to lower the chances of Titan forging or whatever based on whether it's a normal or an LFR. So it'll be much harder to depend on, if you're trying to get a mythic set through normal, you're going to have to run it 3 times as much than you had to in Legion, which is not a perfect solution. I would have preferred capping it myself. I know capping it is what a lot of people wanted, but at least they're doing something, and they're not making it worse. They're not making it worse, and they're not ignoring the complaints there. They are nerfing it. So that's something. And quite frankly, since I'm not really a progression raider anymore, I don't care that much. And really, aside from that, nothing really bothered me. Some people complain there was a lot of grinding in Legion. You know what? I love grinding. I like grinding. I always hated when you hit max level. I loved leveling. Every expansion, I loved leveling. I love the feeling of linear, guaranteed progression. I don't like, random chance loot drops. Leveling was like this guaranteed thing. So I really liked how in Legion, AP kind of gave you a continuous method of almost like Paragon levels, like Paragon points, like continuous character development. And they're taking away the artifact, because they realize that getting upgrades is cool for your weapon, but we're still going to have, there's this necklace thing in BFA, so we still get this continuous progression, but it's not going to, take the spot of something we want to fool around with like a weapon. So that's smart. They're removing legendaries. Good idea. Keeping artifact overall, so we have something to grind for. I like that. And if you hate grinding, what are you going to do in vanilla? Leveling takes forever. So no, my thoughts on vanilla is I don't care. I will not be playing it. I mean, I might check it out, just for giggles. But if I have to if it's a big download in a separate client, I might not even download it. Even if it's free, since I already have a sub, because I I have no interest. I just don't. But I don't hold it against anyone who wants to play it. Um, and It's cool that it's coming out. But people need to chill because there are a lot of people who think that World of Warcraft is like a religion, and they're going insane about no changes, no changes. I mean, I don't care. No changes is fine with me because I'm not playing it. I don't care either way. I just don't care. But I don't like seeing people being mean and harassing it. And people going crazy. That they're like a pack of wild animals or zombies smelling some meat. Like chill. I think a lot of people who say absolutely no changes don't remember that there were some things in vanilla that were just straight up broken. That they never fixed. They just upgraded to the expansion. And then there's the question of like there were different patches in vanilla, just like there are different major patches in every expansion. So like, do they start it from 1.0? Or further on, or they do a hybrid where it's 1.0 but they fix certain bugs. Because if you play 1.0 WoW, it doesn't even work. Like WoW, when it first launched, was a clusterfuck, a failure. Like you couldn't even run the game. The game wouldn't run. It wouldn't work. You would fall through the world forever. It was barely functional. Um, and like it's a question of like be careful what you wish for. I think ideally, like the perfect way to make everyone happy is they should have one server that's literally super vanilla, nothing changed, and they could have another server where they tweak it to make it like classic but better, and then you play in either one. But it's a question of resources, I guess, and money, and I don't even know if it's what's possible. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. It would be nice if people just chill out. Just chill, okay? Just chill. Uh, and stop, like, you think it's like a civil war or something. And I feel like in some ways, like the announcement divided the community more. It should be bringing us together. Everyone's getting what they want. Don't make fun of people who want to play classic, and don't make fun of people who want to play retail. I think playing, classic is like haha lol, and you can think that playing retail is like haha lol, but at the end of the day, both of our subs are paying for the same game in the same company and maintenance for our game, this big pot. So people need to chill. People need to chill. So yeah, I ain't interested. I think it's just clunky and grindy and not fun and ugly and boring. Um, and I have no interest in vanilla. But I understand why people do have interest in vanilla, and I think that a lot of people have like these nostalgia, super rosy tinted glasses, and I think they're confusing the fact that they were just happy with life in general back when they played vanilla, with vanilla being good, because a lot of people 10 years ago, they were 10 years younger and they were high school, full of promise. Maybe they weren't bald, they weren't fat, they had a hot girlfriend, their dick worked, whatever. And now life sucks, but instead of like realizing life sucks because of what's going on around them, they think their life sucks because they don't have vanilla WoW, and like they're playing current WoW and they're not happy, so it must be like the game or something. um, and those people are in for a rude awakening. But I don't think that's everyone. I think of some people, a lot of people understand that WoW is, the original WoW in some ways is better, some ways is worse. Overall, it's definitely, more difficult to get things done, and that's what they want. They want that experience, whether they want to stay there permanently or they just want to, like, experience it so they could say they knew what it was like and then go back to retail. That's up to them, and more power to them. You know, um, I totally understand and respect that. Um, Especially like if you've been playing WoW forever, so you have everything, you're super done. It will be a nice break. So you're still playing WoW, but you're taking a break at the same time. So when you come back, there's more content because maybe you're done with everything in WoW. And some people might play them both. Why not? You could totally do that, especially if you have a shit ton of free time. So, well, I am not interested. Um, I respect the people that want to play it, provided that they're not being really mean and that they understand that it's not like a cult or something. And I would also be nice if people could understand why a lot of other people might actually want to play retail. And I hope everyone, we can just be happy. And I know when I'm streaming WoW, it will be retail. I will not be streaming Classic WoW, and people will have streamers to choose from who are playing Ether, and it is what it is. And now I'm repeating myself, and I think I'm kind of done talking. Okay. So those are my thoughts on Classic WoW and whether or not I'm interested and whatnot and all that stuff.